Crypto week hitting a major snag for Republicans on Capitol Hill as a procedural vote just to bring up a slew of crypto bills failed in the House. Speaker Mike Johnson telling Fox that the plan is for a revote on the rule tomorrow.
But this afternoon, more than a dozen GOP members bucked leadership, saying the legislation doesn't go far enough to stop a central bank digital currency. Coinbase's chief policy officer says the alarm may be misplaced.
I think the president's been clear, and the Republican majority in the House and Senate have been absolutely clear, and the Fed has as well, that there's no authority to issue a central bank digital currency unless Congress authorizes it through legislation. The bills in front of Congress do not do that, as far as we know. We can't see anything in the pieces of legislation that allow for that. But obviously, if members of Congress think that's happening, we're willing as an industry for sure to take a look at it. But that's not at all what the legislation does, and we're eager for that issue to get worked out and the bills to get voted on their merits.
Joining us now is House Financial Services Committee member, Florida Congressman Mike Haridopolos. Congressman, great to see you. I'm looking at all the individuals who voted no even to move on the procedural vote, so to even move ahead toward debate and then an eventual vote on these bills. But I do understand a concern about a central bank digital currency and anything that a Democrat might do down the road to manipulate, to make it happen. Because a central bank digital currency is a way for the Federal Reserve to create a currency and then track the movement of Americans' dollars and transactions. So what is the hang up here and how is it resolved?
Well, I'm a member of this committee, and I've spent the last few months on this issue working with our whip, Tom Emmer, who's done a remarkable job of making sure we never have CBDC. CBDC, as you described perfectly, is a bad idea. It is the government tracking your spending, potentially blocking you from spending on different items, maybe even literally letting your money expire. CBDC is an evil thing, and we're going to stop it. It's in its tracks. I support my whip Emmer's legislation. It's the right thing to do. We need to work with these members who have some concerns, but the only way that a CBDC becomes a reality is if Congress allows it. And we believe in the legislation that's before us that cannot be done. And I'll be doing everything as well to make sure CBDC never happens. That's what they do in China, not in the good old USA.
So, Congressman, if the goal here is to block it, what exists now that allows it? How did we get to this fight over the rule vote?
Well, I think what's happened is that some people are looking into what's called the Genius Act. That's the issue that passed out of the Senate coming over to the House that we would potentially sign, which the president supports. There's some concern that people think there could be a backdoor way to get a CBDC through the Genius Act. I happen to disagree with our fellow Republican members, and I think when they spend time with the chairman of the committee, people like French Hill, let alone Tom Emmer, our whip, I think some of those fears will be alleviated. But we need to pass crypto legislation. The blockchain is the future of America in the sense that we can better track dollars so that corruption doesn't take place, but more importantly, that you have the freedom of movement with your own dollars and never controlled by the government. So I think we can pass this crypto legislation, make the United States the center of cryptocurrency, and make sure that places like China is not the center of cryptocurrency. Right. But we'll listen to these members, but again, I think their concerns right now are a little bit unfounded.
Just to tell people quickly, the Genius Act, it creates a legislative framework for the establishment of stable coins. And stable coins are dollar-backed cryptocurrencies in essence, but it would allow, they allow individuals to transact business or make payments more easily using digital currencies. But it's altogether different than a central bank digital currency that would be issued by the Federal Reserve of the United States.
You nailed it. You described it perfectly. This is not a Fed-backed stablecoin. This is an independent third-party stablecoin, and we do not want to have that centralized currency. We know how the Chinese manipulate their own citizens by using their type of digital currency. We do not want to go in that direction. I'm so glad Tom Emmer has led this fight, along with Chairman Hill, who is the head of financial services, and that's where I stand. No CBDC, no way, no how.
Right. But you got some work to do if you've got Steve Scalise.
No, remember now, Steve, no, just to be clear, Steve Scalise changed his vote because he wanted to have the ability to bring it back to the floor. It's the other members who have some concerns. We're going to work with them for the next 24 hours. I'm confident we can get this done and make the United States of America the center for digital currencies in a positive way with no CBDC.
Well, that guy named the President of the United States is pissed, these words, and he's going to be calling some of you.
Well, them.
Well,
I mean, he didn't vote against. He didn't vote against it.
Mike, you're a Floridian, you're good, but he's going to be calling.
Right. Well, Chip Roy is on the list, and I'm not calling him out, but y'all got some talking to do. There you go. Great to see you, Congressman Mike Haridopolos. Please come back.